you want to be in camera? Watch your bike. Watch your bike.
What?
You want to be in camera here?
Oh, want to be in the video?
You want to be in a video?
So, put in the back seat
Get
there.
in the back seat for 2 seconds. He thinks he's the balls now. Go get in the back seat.
That's the claim to fame now.
There you go. You show your mates on YouTube and ain't.
Okay.
Right, stick your wee head on that. Right, you think you're famous now?
You have to introduce yourself.
Charlie.
What age are you?
8.
What position do you play?
Centre mid.
You score many goals?
Yeah.
Good lad. Who do you play for?
Banbridge.
What are you wearing in Newry top for then?
Do you mean helm? Yeah. Right, out you get now. Right, see you later. There's a good intro.
That's the quickest interview yet. Stuarty, thanks very much for coming on. The Dugout Drive, much appreciated.
No worries, mate.
It was a bit of a late notice one there, not covering your game tonight all being well against Rathfriland, so really appreciate you coming on. You're the first guest I've had that I don't really know too well. Like I met you briefly at a game last season, so it's a wee bit nerve-wracking here getting you in the car.
You probably heard me.
That was one of the best games I've done because I was right between the two dugouts and it was good practice as they used to, giving each other shit the whole match.
Yeah, brilliant.
Well, it was good now. But yeah, so I was talking to my wife last night, saying about getting yourself on the podcast is a wee bit nervous. Like,
Are you nervous about it?
Just Linfield legend, Stuart King on the podcast. Like,
right,
she's my wife's from Belfast. Like, so her dad's a big Linfield fan. So
right, very good, very good.
So I went to games when she was younger with him. Like, and she says, "Well, you've been at a couple of games I went to." Like, I says, "Yeah, probably." Like, she says, "What about the Irish Cup final against Dungannon?" She said she was at that final.
Nice.
And I actually acknowledge isn't the best. Like, I've only really took an interest in the last couple of years. I would sort of do more of the lower leagues and stuff. So I typed it into Google. I said, "I'll check for here." You probably know where this is going, like.
Yep.
So typed in Stuart King, Linfield versus Dungannon Irish Cup final, and the first thing comes up: Stuart King spotted in the crowd in a Superman costume.
Yeah, nightmare. Well, what happened was obviously I left Linfield the year before and I was playing for Ballymena.
Yep.
And also my mates are still playing for Linfield. And I had a party in the house, so I had a wee house in the village.
Yeah.
When I'm originally from London there, but I moved to Belfast when I signed for Linfield.
Yeah.
So I bought a wee house in one of the wee Fana Street, it's right next to Windsor.
Yeah.
And it used to be the party house. So yeah, we had a bit of a party the night before and it carried on. And the whole thing was we were all going to dress up and go to the Irish Cup final.
Well, sure, your season's over by then. Like, so
well, it didn't go down too well. Like, Tommy Wright sacked me that day. Tommy rang me and said, "What the hell am I watching?" So, listen, it was a bit of crack, bit of banter, but I didn't expect it to blow up. I ended up on the back pages.
Yeah.
And
is there still photos of it? Like, is there still?
I have photos in the house, yeah. So
framed on the wall.
Yeah, I think I still have Tommy's voicemail too, what he sent me. So, yeah, we still have a laughing joke about it. But yeah, when I look back, I was a bit of an idiot. But at the time, I thought it was hilarious. But yeah.
And did you all dress up? Like, was everyone?
No, there was 2 or 3, but the lads who actually went with me went right to the back of the stand. But because I was talking to one of the Linfield directors, it just picked me straight away. The cameras picked up on me, and it just killed me. Like, absolutely killed me. But it's funny, like, to think about it.
Yeah, that's mental. That was a good wee bit of trying to do a bit of background info on you. Like, that was,
you could have picked a wee bit better. Me dressed as Superman.
That was by pure fluke, like. So yeah, I'll take you I'll get a wee Starbucks here on the way here.
100%, man.
What's your coffee order?
Just that, no. It's usually Americano, but
some oat milk
latte
or something.
No, definitely not. No, old school black Americano.
100%.
Your missus is a Linfield fan?
Yeah, and an Arsenal fan too.
And an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I'm a United fan, like, so haven't converted her.
I'm going to Everton United next month.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, man.
I was going to say there's now Stuart King Derby announced there with Preston and.
I'm taking the whole family, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. There was talk of it possibly at Goodison, but they're not playing at Goodison now. Preston. That's just one game, was it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I was speaking to a few of Preston. That's one of my best friends is the physio at Preston. So
yeah,
he sorted us out. We will take a second. I don't know if I really want to go the way end. I'm not too sure. But my wee man Like Charlie actually supports Preston and Everton, so
Right.
he had no choice really, to be honest with you. But
Best of both worlds there.
yeah, it's a great game for us, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And because it's a Wednesday night, it means I was praying it was either Monday or Wednesday. So it's a Wednesday night now, so we can fly over to Wednesday, come back Thursday. So it's great for us. Like.
Brilliant. When's it? Is it next?
Last week in August.
Right, very good.
So it's a great game for us. Like I wouldn't go to Preston that regularly. I go to Preston probably once a year. If I go to Everton as many times as I can, you know what I mean? So that's a brilliant game for us.
It is. It's first for the podcast there, going through the drive-through.
That's where I meet all my players. Honestly,
see all your dodgy dealings.
Every I have a loyalty card and it gets topped up every so often.
How was your pre-season then, or your before pre-season, your time off? I know you had a...
Loved it, mate.
Yeah.
I make a massive effort. I've got a stressful job, and I've got a young family.
Yeah.
So when I get May and June, I get going as many trips as I can. So straight after the season finished, after I got promoted, straight to Naples to go, the missus and stuff. I wanted to go and see Maradona statues and all that kind of. So a couple of trips with the boys, family holiday.
Yeah.
I went on my assistant's honeymoon. So Pixie and Carmen went on the holidays with us, so it was their honeymoon. So
you must holiday quite often to see from Instagram, like you always put your holidays up, like
go away every year together. So
great.
Listen, we're tight, and 2 years get on, which is half a battle. You know what I mean?
Anyone that follows you on Instagram obviously sees you like putting up the photos of your trips and stuff.
Yeah.
Look like you do enjoy your time off. You actually put a post up there which I thought was interesting, and probably agree with you, but you're saying about the amount of clubs coming back early.
Mental.
Pre-season.
Crazy.
Like teams coming back there end of June, start of July.
Crazy.
Like.
So, like, if you're not in Europe, well, listen, every manager has their own opinions, right?
Yeah.
So, but there's teams that actually came back at least 4 or 5 weeks earlier than us.
Yeah.
So we've done a 5.5, 6 week pre-season, which is enough. We're part-time. We all need a break. We all have careers, family life. We all have everything to look after outside of football, you know what I mean? So you need a bit of downtime, you definitely do. You need to recharge, you need a break. And listen, we've finished, and there's like some amateur teams are coming back 2 weeks after we'd finished.
Yeah, like
and I was like, what's going on here? Like,
yeah, it's crazy. Like even like I would cover, obviously I do some sort of Newfield games and stuff, but I would do majority like amateur teams and lower leagues, and like even see some of them putting up on Facebook that their pre-seasons are starting.
Listen, it's not for me to tell people what they do with their clubs, but Jenny, you'll see what happens when it comes to October, November. Boys will be sick of looking at each other.
Yeah,
you know, I think you need to get away from them too. Listen, as a manager, your phone never stops or whatever, but I think you need a clean break from everybody. You know, like we have our own wee holiday, me and the missus, we have our wee trip away, so it's just me and her. And then we have our other trips after that, but just them 5 or 6 days away on our own, and just enjoying ourselves and
getting the head short.
Getting the head short, because like the usual day is like 8 to 5 or whatever, and then straight to football, and then home at whatever time. Now, don't get me wrong, I had it a lot worse when I was like manager at Carrick because of the travel and stuff, because I was doing another 20 hours in the car, but I think you need your own time too, like definitely. And listen, I love coaching, I love all that, and when I was younger, I probably done too much, but I think a wee bit of hindsight, a wee bit of more experience, you know, I think you need your break, and I think you need your time away.
Yeah, sure. Like as you said, like it doesn't, when you leave the training ground, you know, you don't stop being a manager, like your phone's probably going off the hook, you're thinking about things constantly, it's worrying. It is a stressful job too. Like I done it for 1 year at a really low level, and I absolutely hated it. Like it was just, and it was obviously from all my mates that I knew for years, and it's just constantly your phone going, you're worrying about things.
It's a full-time gig. I don't care what level you're at, you know what. And this now, running as managers, running as other coaches, no, but you know, I respect every one of them. It's horrible. It can be, everybody's out to get you. Everybody has an opinion on what you're doing, if you're doing it right or you're doing it wrong. There's loads and loads of people that are would love to stab you in the back. You know, there's lots of people who you class as friends would want your job.
Yeah.
And listen, like you said, people all have opinions, so it's not nice. People get my respect. You know, people who are willing to, especially the volunteer coaches, people who give up their time, they go and look after clubs, and thankfully, or luckily, I get paid to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the main thing. Makes it worthwhile, I suppose, as well. Like the stress
I
you get.
don't know if it's worthwhile. I don't know about that, but yeah, listen, it pays for an old holiday, so it's not too bad.
So touching on last year, then, obviously you were in the 3rd division after sort of back-to-back relegations. You've come in. You finished 4th, wasn't it? Yeah, 4th.
Yeah.
You got that promotion up to the championship, which was massive, because I suppose there was that sort of uncertainty about the PIL with this season as well. So it was massive that you just got up at the first time of asking. How did you try and instill that sort of winning mentality back in the club that had a couple of tough seasons? I
thought it was an amazing project. I genuinely wasn't going to go in. I wasn't going to do anything. I was doing the TV, doing the radio, working for the BBC, and I was loving life. And I was going to games and I was going on trips, and Dorn asked me to go in 2 or 3 times, and I just seen it as an amazing project. I wanted something close to home. Like, it's 10 minutes from the house. It's great. The football club's amazing. Like, the facilities are unreal, and just had a real horrible 2 years. I just seen it as a really good project. So he gave me free rein. He didn't bother me. You do what we've got to do to get promoted. And that basically was what I was told to do. He gave me a plan. He wanted within 5 years to be in the Premier League. But he said, whatever you got to do this year to get out of the PIL, and then do it. And listen, I thought we were home and dry in January. I thought we were grand. I thought, and I'll give you a laugh. My assistant told me, we played somebody, and after the game he said, these fuckers are going to make us go to the last game away to Downstown. He said that in January. And there was times where we could have won.
At that stage,
I thought we were cruising at that stage, like really were. So listen, went to the last game, but we done it. You know, the job was done. We had a brilliant few days off there, and just the winning mentality was just everything you've got. Like, I give everything. Anybody who knows me as a coach or a manager or as a lad, even in work, my family, I give everything to everything that I can. I do the best I can for everything. And if I show that as a leader, I like being a leader, and if I show that as a leader that I give everything and go above and beyond, I think people who work for you or people who play for you do exactly the same. And if they don't, they're not with me. So listen, I got a load of lads who really cared, quality wise, maybe not 100%, but I genuinely believe that everybody gave me everything last year, and it showed. And there was loads of games where we got results at the end of the games and last minute and stuff, and they're the ones that got us over the line. So listen, brilliant season. The atmosphere of the club was amazing. It basically turned the whole doom and gloom the whole way around. Now they're a real positive place. The academy's thriving, the club's thriving, and it just hopefully keep on taking it on, and hopefully get to where I want us to get to, back to the Premier League.
Yeah, well, so obviously you're back in the thick of it now. You get the early season buzz. I don't know if you still have it or not. You've played 2 games. You had good away win, the Ballinamallard, the first game of the season, big win, and then sort of back down there home to Glenavon, beat 4-1. Now, it wasn't at the game, but I heard maybe it wasn't the scoreline, maybe wasn't a reflection on the game, but Glenavon were
deserved to win. Listen, I'm always honest. The first game we went to Ballinamallard, it could have went either way, to be honest with you, but I thought the last half hour we were really good. I think the difference now this season, we've got a load of people who can make differences coming off the bench, so our last half hour I thought we were tremendous. Really good win, and then came to Tuesday night and I really fancied it. Massive crowd, it was great to see, like really big crowd came. Really poor at the start, we struggled at the start. Then the last half hour of the first half I thought we were outstanding. Jenny, probably the best football we've played since I've been manager. Potentially could have been 2 or 3 up at half time, and then I went in at half time and I go, lads, they're the favourites for the league and we've really put it up to them here, let's go and give it a rattle. But listen, we give a real poor goal and then we're chasing the game, and listen, they were better in the second half, hands up, and I was just a wee bit disappointed. Like am I worried? No. What I'll say is that I thought I'm more disappointed because I genuinely thought at half time we had them, or we were going to give them a hell of a run. But if they're the best team in the league, we were really competitive with them, and that's the way I look at it. I think that we've got a real competitive team. We've got some really standout individuals. I think the squad's a lot better. and we'll be really competitive. No, we've played 2 games, we've been really competitive in the 2 games, and if I'm honest, we finished 4th in the league last year, got promoted. So I've got to try and improve our position by at least 2 to make sure we're not in a relegation playoff. That's my first and foremost.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think we'll be really competitive, and every game's going to be competitive.
Yeah, well, it's a tough league. Like, that's 2 games played and nobody has a 100% record.
Definitely, yeah. That's the thing. I think everybody on their day can take points off each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good teams with a lot of big budgets in the league.
Yeah.
A lot of big budgets. A lot more than what I had at Carrick, to be honest with you, when I was manager of the Premier League. So that's how competitive it's going to be. But listen, we'll be fighting for every point we get. And listen, I just want to make people happy. I want people to have smiles on their faces, and I want just to keep on improving the football club.
Yeah, well, being from Newry myself, like, there's definitely a bit of a buzz about the club from the end of last year and start of the season. So it's good to see, definitely, just for the city. Like, so tonight then, hopefully, well, I should be going down to it. You're away to Rathfriland, sort of a local game. Last year, sort of a bogey team for you.
Yeah, definitely.
We twice in penalties in the cup. And
yeah, all the games again were competitive. I think we got all the games were draws except for one where we got beaten the last kick of the game. It seemed to be, friends always been like that with me, even when I was manager of Banbridge, and I always seemed to struggle to get results. Yeah, they're a decent side. They got promoted as well last year. No, they're in the same boat as us. We've got to get as many points as we can, but we've got to be going there thinking, no, we're as good as them, and we can go and get results. So these are the games we're going to be fighting for. We know their strengths, we know their weaknesses. They have a manager who's been there, I don't know how long, a long time. So listen, we just got to do our job. I think our quality in the end, hopefully, will see us through. But we know, like you say, with last year we've really struggled, and we know that on their day they're more capable of beating anybody too.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know how much you want to talk about it. I don't really know much about it myself, but obviously there was your former team, Banbridge, who you have a lot of love for. There was a bit of doubt with the start of the season, with them putting an appeal in with the NIFL over the Premier Intermediate League and the new Conference League. Was there how did that affect your preparation for the start of the season? As in, did you think you maybe wouldn't have had it the first game?
I genuinely thought the season would have went ahead. I genuinely, from conversations with people, I genuinely believe that the season wouldn't have started. Thankfully it did.
Yeah.
I would have been really disappointed if the season hadn't started. No.
Yeah, I think it was so close to the start.
Yeah.
If it had happened maybe a few weeks before.
Listen, and listen, I don't know the full ins and outs, so it's not for me to say too much. But obviously they had a appeal that was successful, so they had grounds to go that way. But listen, thankfully it's been resolved. Whatever way it's been resolved, I don't know. But listen, as coaches or managers or players, all you want to do is play football.
Yeah.
I'm sure even the Banbridge players and the manager there, all they wanted to do was play football. And I know there's other clubs involved too, so it wasn't just Banbridge, but. Yeah, listen, they had a case that was heard at court, and they won it. So obviously they had something. They had a right to go there. So it's a club that's really important to me. We lads still play some.
Yep.
I really want them to do well. I think the managers had a real hard gig there. He's fighting with no budget whatsoever. So listen, I want them to do well, but it's really tough for them at the moment.
Yeah, no, I was down at them last year. Really, really nice people there, and even though they had a really hard season last year, results-wise, there's still a good bit of optimism there.
The whole place is like, listen, I have loads of time for them. Like, the lads there behind the scenes are good guys. There's a lot of fans there that like I'm still really close to, and listen, they give me a proper, real good breaking management, you know what I mean? I know I was a Ballyclare and stuff before that, but when I moved to Banbridge, I didn't know one person, and I can say this about the town. When I first moved to Banbridge, my wife's from Newry, I was living in Belfast, and we moved to Banbridge. I genuinely knew 1 or 2 people. I knew Ali, the manager of a friend, I knew Pixie, and Glenn Waddell, but genuinely I knew them, but I wasn't close with them. And I moved to town, went to one of their games, and then a couple of months later I was playing for Lauren. A couple of months later I ended up playing, a couple of months later that, and then I ended up being manager. So it's an amazing club, a brilliant timer, and generally I really want them to succeed and do well. So I generally do try my best for them.
Yeah, no, seen that last year with the fundraisers and all you just helped with Newry as well. Like, so that was good to see as like a community effort. Like,
yeah, well, to be fair, Newry's been through that themselves. So to be fair to Dorn, it was Dorn Mullins' sort of idea. He goes, "Come on, we'll help out and Stuarty get it sorted." So yeah, brilliant by the club, really, really good, and listen, I know they really appreciated it. So
yeah, no, that's good. Touch a bit on your playing days, but don't want to start at the beginning. Obviously, you were at Preston as a youngster, and you played in Scotland, and then had a great career over here at Linfield. But more recently, playing for Newry under 21s last year. 3 games, 1 goal, 1 yellow card.
yellow card coming all right.
What was that just having the lads out?
Yeah, listen, as I said, I love. Listen, I love my football. I love helping out. I love being busy. I give everything. And the reserves were struggling numbers wise. They needed help. And on a Monday night, they were at Draper's Town, and they literally pissing down, black, and the roads, country roads, was brutal. I was driving my car and I'm going, what am I doing? I got there, referee didn't turn up. So we waited an hour, 40 minutes for a local referee to turn up, and this is like at 8:30 the kick-off on a Monday night. And we had 12 players, and I was doing linesman, and I said, listen, get me on here. So the boys are laughing, and I generally got scored, obviously. But I ran away to celebrate, and none of the kids went near me. So I'm like, I'm 44 years of age, running about like sheer with an arm up, and not one player went near me, and the boys were all laughing. So listen, I loved it. I genuinely do. I loved it. Like I have no legs no more. The heads tell me to do one thing, my legs aren't doing another thing. So, but listen, I was just helping them out.
Yeah, when you were playing there with the young kids, like obviously, I know you only done it for 3 games, like, but are you going in there with like your manager's head on when you're playing? When you're
like listen,
just letting the coaching team do what they're doing.
I like I say, I like being a leader. I like not telling people to do things, I like helping people. So basically, I think that's where it came. I think that's where management came from. I played for Lauren. I was sitting in the middle of the pitch with a real young team. We didn't have much money, and I thrived off being sort of a leader in the middle of the pitch. We my assistant at Carrick, who's Scott Irvine, and getting the best out of people. And I genuinely really enjoyed getting the best out of the lads. And that's sort of where the coaching came into it and the management came into it. So, seeing the 20s, the 21s, I go to all their games. I try to improve every single person at the football club. If it's an academy kid, or if it's one of the staff, or one of the coaches, or I'll give them everything, because that's my role. My role is to make the place better. I genuinely believe, I'm not boasting at all, but I genuinely believe everywhere I've been, I've improved the place. Either on the pitch or off a pitch, or help develop people. And I like making people better. If it's young coaches, I love helping young coaches. And that's my job, that's my role. Like, yes, we're there to get results, but hopefully when I leave, then the place will be better.
That's good. Like I suppose some clubs, someone might come in just as first team coach, and that's their job, and they look after the first team. But I suppose you natural. You want to help people.
A lot of people help me. So and listen, one of the reasons why I'm at Newry, because Dorn Mullen helped me. He was a couple of years ahead of me when we were going through our licenses. When I was doing my pro license, like, Dorn was a resource that I could use. Loads of people helped me when I was coming through. Like loads of people helped me. And listen, I love helping young people. I love helping young coaches who are going through their badges or doing things, because I was one of them. Like, definitely.
Yeah, well, I said I'd done 1 year of coaching myself. I work with wards, Kyle and Gareth, obviously, that involved with Newry. So Kyle he's obviously doing a bit of coaching down in Newry now. And he's just doing my head in to give him a shout out in the podcast.
Do you want me to do it?
No, fair play. They helped me with the podcast and the dugout and stuff, and they sponsor a bit of equipment. So I suppose have to give them a bit of credit. But what sort of advice would you like? What's something maybe you wish you knew sort of when you were going through your early levels managing Banbridge and the Carrick? What's something that you wish you knew, or something you've learned along the way?
Listen, you learn. I'm still learning every single day. There's loads of things that go on in football clubs that are just like, people wouldn't believe. Some stuff goes on in football clubs. I've had a day, like, when you're doing your badges, they don't tell you about families and relationships and people's lives, what goes on in the background, you've got to learn to manage that. And every club
Every player's different too.
Every player's different, but I think if you're a young coach and you want to be a manager, I think you generally need to learn your trade. I think you need, like, listen, my best learning was being Banbridge manager. I'd done everything. I'd done as much stuff as I could, and I was there for a long time, and I basically learned my trade big style there. And just have enthusiasm, put the hours in. Like I genuinely believe I'm the hardest working coach in the country. I don't care if anybody believes it or not. I genuinely put as much time and effort in to be the best I can be. I'm not saying I'm the best at all, but I've now been a manager for well over 10 years. I've been a player for 20 years. And I definitely wasn't the best player. I'm definitely not the best coach, but I genuinely put the hours in, and I want to learn and, like, job shadow. I still job shadow. I go to clubs and watch people.
Always picking up new things. And
and it's just learning me things. Like, I was down at Doncaster over pre-season. I was with Doncaster all pre-season. Tiernan Lynch when he was at Derry and stuff. Held his hand out when I left Carrick and stuff. So, listen, I love visiting clubs. I love learning off people. I have a real tight group of people who are really trusting football. I think there's a lot of people out to get you. And I think when I was a player, I had a real big, massive social circle and loads of friends and stuff. But when becoming manager or coach, I think it really goes tight. And there's only 4 or 5 people that are probably in that group that I would really trust and talk to and share. But I think that comes with experience. I think.
I suppose in this country too, like, from it seems like sort of everyone knows everybody, like, within like sort of Irish League circles, just from what I've seen. I suppose it's important to keep sort of your cards close to your chest, the people you can trust.
I think, see me even doing the badges and stuff. Yes, I think if you have an idea of football, I think the badges are, you need them now to get jobs. But I think the main thing I got from doing my badges and going through all, like, it took me potentially 8 years to go from, I done my level 1 at Lurgan Town, I remember it, and the guys at Lurgan Town helped me so much when I was Banbridge manager, because I was my resource in the mid Ulster. And then going through all them badges, and then obviously finish your pro license and all. It's the networking. Like, I have all them people now who I can turn to or ask questions to, and the opportunities that come of that then, because of the network you've built up, is, like, phenomenal. Like, if me and the wife always have a wee ding dong where I have if I was single, I'd be living in America, because I got offered a job in LA after I'd done my pro license. But the wife wouldn't go, and then when I got released by Carrick, I got offered a job in Europe, Eastern Europe. So I came. My assistant Raheem Moffat is a coach, and he takes my kid on a Sunday. So I dropped my kid off at saying, I know you're coaching, but I need to speak to you. Just been offered a gig here, and he goes, what? He goes, I've been offered a gig here, you fancy it? His eyes lit up, and the wife wouldn't go again. So listen, listen, football's been brilliant for me. I want to do well, I give everything, I want to succeed, I want everything to be better all the time, but it doesn't affect me as much as what it used to. I'm more relaxed now. I can go home. I've got a brilliant family where I can go home and chill after a result, even bad results. Tuesday night I was in real bad form. But had it happened 2 or 3 years ago when I was manager at Carrick, I would have put my head away for a week.
I was watching rewatched the podcast you did with Johnny McMurray, which is brilliant. If anyone hasn't seen that, make sure you watch it. And like you're saying, one night you're home after a game and you're just like a demon, like. But I suppose that's probably normal for every coach in the country. Like, it's there
was times where I was manager Carrick and there was things that was going on or whatever, and I can be brutally honest and just say it was horrible. My wife was begging me to pack it in. But at that, maybe not towards the end of Carrick, because I genuinely, like, what we done was remarkable. What we done as a group of people, but I really wanted to be a Premier League coach. That was my drive, my desire to be a Premier League coach. But you know what? It's not everything. It's definitely not. Listen, it was amazing. Some amazing people there. I had a brilliant time. I got helped out with the investment to get the investment in the club. Back and forth from America. But it's not everything. Definitely not. No, there's times where everybody's out to get you. There's times where it was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but there was times. I think the good times you don't enjoy them very often.
Yeah.
But you dwell on bad times, especially as a manager, as a coach. So if we win today or win tonight against Rathfriland, and then I'll enjoy it for a couple of hours, but then I'll be straight away thinking about next week.
Yep.
Whereas if we get beat, I'll not stop thinking about it until we play again.
Yeah.
So
you get the next game to get
that's
your
the
system,
bad side of management. Yeah, and listen, I take it home. You go home, you have a young family, you have a wife who's got her her own job and her own family, and listen, it can be tough at times.
Yeah, so I suppose things in the perspective, you sort of learn what's sort of important to you really. In life.
Yeah, and I think it's experience that's definitely experience. There's times where I was really stressed and it was just getting too much to me, and it was affecting my performance and my leadership. And when your leadership is not at the level it should be because you're letting things affect you, then that's when you've got to question what you're doing and the reasons why you're doing it.
So obviously you had some pretty good influences whenever you were a player as a manager. David Moyes, your manager at Preston.
Yeah, he's
But see, if I suppose you like obviously what he went on to do for Everton and still is at Everton, like it's pretty amazing too.
Especially being an Everton fan. Yeah, listen, he's the lads torture me because I always talk about Moisey, but the one thing I took from him was his main work ethic. He was first in, he was last to leave. He done absolutely everything. He really wanted it when he was Preston manager. He done absolutely everything, and it's just his work ethic. And I just got him from being a League Two team to getting the playoff against Bolton to get in the Premier League. And it's just phenomenal what the job he done. And then he goes to Everton, which was amazing. And then he wins a European trophy with West Ham, and he goes back to Everton, and he's just top drawer. Like, trust me, I've been on the wrong side of him. I've been on the wrong side of him, but he as a manager, as a coach, he had a soft spot for Northern Ireland lads. Yeah. His dad was his mother's from Korean, but his daddy looked after Northern Ireland lads in Scotland, so he had a soft spot for people from Northern Ireland. That's basically how I got to Preston and end up. Yeah.
He does have he's brought some even Republic of Irish players. Like he's brought some really good players through in his career. Like
honestly, his man management's phenomenal. His work ethic's phenomenal. I couldn't even say it there. But like what he's done is just crazy. Like considering he was reserve team manager at Preston when I first went over when I was 16, 17. So. His career's been great.
Yeah, no, he has. And then obviously at Linfield you had David Jeffrey, who he signed you, did he? Yeah.
So I was on a month-to-month contract at Southend. No security. I was living in a B&B with in a house in Southend, and it was great. Like, don't get me wrong, but I got a phone call saying, "Would you be interested in coming home?" And I had no security, and I was Jenny. I jumped at it, the biggest club. I was nervous going to meet Big Davey for the first time, so I got one of my youth coaches to come with me. And listen, it wasn't even a contract at Jenny. I think it was like maybe a trial period or something. Maybe if I remember rightly. And one of the European clubs or something helped me out, expenses. They just travelling up and down from London, and then after a game or something, then I got a contract. Game 1 or 2 games, I got a contract. So yeah, Big Davey. How could you describe him? He got the best out of me. Yeah. He was tough on me. Yeah. He loved a bit of banter. He was on the team and nobody being bigger in the team, but he was ruthless when he had to be. Yeah. But so successful, so successful.
So how is it good to see him back now? Obviously.
Class. Yeah. And I genuinely don't think he'd come back. Yeah. I genuinely didn't. We had conversations in the summer, and he was really good to me when I was manager. Carrick, really, really good to me. Where I could actually confide in loads in him, and he's one of the ones I can really trust. Yeah. And I genuinely don't think he had an interest. He told me he had no interest going in. So, listen, he'll do really well. He's got wee Jimbo in with him. Yeah. They'll do brilliant. And it's brilliant to see him back. Because I don't think he'll do it because he was enjoying life with TV and the family and stuff. So
it's good to see Jim with him as well there. Hypothetically, if you say you didn't take the Newry job and that's a conversation, DJ comes to pour down and says, "Stuart, would you be my assistant?" Is that something that you would have jumped at?
I don't think you could turn Big Davey down, could you? No. I genuinely don't think. Listen, that's the hypothetical question, but yeah, he's the best. Like, he's the best in this country, without doubt. I still want to learn. You know what I mean? I've loads to learn, but Jimbo's in an unbelievable position there where he's going to learn loads off Big Davey, and listen, Jim will come out the other side of that really, he'll do really well with it. So listen, he's a brilliant coach and manager himself. He's done an unbelievable job at Ballymena. And now he's working with the best in the country.
Yeah. The Johnny McMurray podcast again, the other night, doing a bit of homework. To me, you came across, obviously you weren't the Newry manager at that stage, but I was watching, I was like, thinking to myself, fuck, that'll be someone you'd love to play for. Like, I think I could see you, like, from just listening to that podcast, seeing your sort of enthusiasm, talking about coaching, you know, I could just tell what sort of character you'd be maybe in the changing room. And you're a bit of a lad as well, like, you know, you obviously Instagram, you love you enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Definitely.
Do you find it hard going from a player to a manager? You touched on that podcast as well, obviously, about not drinking culture, but enjoying yourself after a win. The lads going out and having a pint. Do you try and separate yourself from doing that, or would you? No. Not asking you, do you want to piss off every game?
Yeah, I genuinely don't mean talking about that. I genuinely think, like I say, you don't. My best times as a player probably was when I was with Linfield. Every single Saturday after we played on a Saturday, there was 30 of us out. 15 lads, 15 girlfriends or wives or whatever. And the 30 of us would go out every single Saturday night. Win, lose or draw, we would go out and enjoy ourselves. And I swear that was the best time we had. It was so much fun. We'd go away in the summer, all of like 30 of us would all go away together in the summer, and we'd have the best time ever. And I genuinely think that made a massive difference. It doesn't happen in clubs now. It's mad. So I actually still go away, the boys. So me and Mark Peckin, who wasn't a Linfield lad, we went to Lauren, and we done it in Lauren. We straight away we're going, right, taking a couple of quid every week off us. And we'll go away, and to this day we still go away with the same set of lads. Some of the coaches still go away, and no, not many clubs do it now. I think you've got to enjoy yourself. I'll give you an example. We were away to Fermanagh last week. We had an unbelievable bus trip home.
I heard about it, yeah.
It was bright. It was singing and a few beers, bit of banter. But that's genuinely, it brings everybody together. I think there was board members, there was fans, there was everything, all together. And they can see that we're all fighting. We all want to do well. We all want to succeed. I want the fans to be part of it. I want the board to be part of it. I think if we're all together and we're all fighting for the same cause, you've got to enjoy it when you get results, not too. So, listen, there's no point me knocking my pan and then getting a result and not enjoying it. You know, do I want to do it with the right people? Yes, of course I do. I don't want to do it with hang-oners or people that don't care about me or whatever. I'd rather do it with the people who I really care about. Family, friends, whatever. My lads, Big Davey installed in us that group was our family, and everybody had each other's back.
You go through a brick
wall for each other. And I try and bring it into everything. I tell my lads every week that I really care about them and I really want them to do well. I'll do everything for them to succeed. But when they cross the line, I'll cut their throats. I tend that's what I say to them. Like, no, I'll be ruthless with them, but I want them to feel important. No, I bring them all to the football club. I've all given them new contracts, and they've been good as gold. No, don't get me wrong. There's loads of doing my head on every week. There's constant dramas. There's constant issues. But I will do everything what I've got to do to get the best out of every single one of them. So
what age did you start in management then, believe, were you?
34, I think.
34.
So I was still playing. So I was told you couldn't do both. I was a bit cocky. I was cocky, but I thought, I can do both, no sweat. But it didn't work out that way. I found out really quickly that you either be one or the other.
Did you struggle with that initial crossover,
definitely
being sort of chummy with the players, but you're the boss?
So I was sort of a leader at Lauren when they had nothing. Then I was loving it. Really enjoyed my football. I was travelling from Banbridge to go to Lauren. And it was costing me money. It was costing me money at the time, but I loved it. The lads were class. Then my friend got the Ballyclare job, and he asked me to go in as assistant. And I hemmed and had, and I went. I lasted about 2 months. And he walked because of me. Like I couldn't. I was playing. I was poor, really poor, and then I was lads around me, but I couldn't stick board members shouting at players while I was playing.
Yeah.
So I haven't popped back at them as assistant manager, which is totally wrong.
Yeah.
Totally wrong now when you look back. And like I say, I was immature, and you couldn't do it either one way or the other. You stand on the sideline, you bank your manager the hilt as assistant, or you play. You can't do both. And I realised that very quickly. So yeah, it's hard. I still want to be the lad sometime. I think Pixie found that tough last year.
Right.
No, from playing.
Was that maybe his first sort of managerial
first management role, and like obviously he's played for whatever 15 years or whatever. I think sometimes I had to reel him in a wee bit where they're going like
Thinks he's still one of the players.
You're a manager now. Like, yeah, you're going to be a really good manager, and you've got to learn here. So listen, he's been superb. No, I had an unbelievable one in Scotty Irvine as assistant. Phenomenal, what a guy. And Pixie stepped up here in Newry, and he's been talked to her too. Listen, it helps when he's a close friend. Before that, no, he was my captain. He was my captain when I was manager at Banbridge. So yeah, he's going to be a really successful manager. He's a really good coach. So yeah.
Obviously, within my own page, I would cover a lot of sort of grassroots, lower leagues. I thought it was interesting last year. Obviously, you came in to Newry. You'd taken a couple of players from Carnbean League in Newry. It was Rathfriland and Cian Rossiter. Obviously, the lads aren't with the club now, and at the time, it was interesting, like, because you were obviously in the PIL. You maybe couldn't have attracted sort of maybe the players you wanted from the higher Irish league, so you had to look sort of a bit lower down, local. Not saying they didn't make it in Newry, obviously I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but how big of a jump is that? How people maybe don't understand. Like that's...
So listen, thanks for asking that. Jenny, that's a class question because everyone's asked me. I went into Newry with the thought that I really wanted the best players from Newry to be with me. So at Banbridge I had that.
Yeah.
So the Banbridge don't have it anymore. So I had a nucleus of lads from Banbridge, about 10 lads, 12 lads who were all in Banbridge based.
Yeah.
And they socialised together, and it's sort of the same thing as sort of Linfield where they were all together. And I genuinely made and I remember when I was manager of Banbridge, the Newry teams, they were a lot of Newry lads. So my main thing when I came in was I wanted the best local lads to go in, so I genuinely went out and tried to get them. So like Ryan, Cian, we had Mona, we had Deggy, we had Engine. You know, I wanted the lads, the best players in that league to come with me. And they were great, brilliant lads, like honestly, and like they were really good at the time, but I see the difference between I'm either all in or not. If your commitment isn't what is with me, like I will give my lads, I always say that, this is a line I always give the lads, you give me 100%, I'll give you 200. I say it to them all the time. I will give them everything. I genuinely think you really want it, you don't. No, there's going to be time. Guys are used, and this is no disrespect to any of the lads who were at my club. There's guys who come to bigger clubs, i.e. Newry, which is a massive football club, like one of the biggest clubs in the country. Yeah. You have to fight. If you're not in the team, you've got to fight. Yeah. No, then they have teams, local teams that would torture them. And if I was their managers, I'd do the same. Come and play for me every week.
You see them not playing for you, and it's
they might get 10 minutes, come on 10 minutes, and then they were getting tortured by the local teams. And listen, it's either you're really all in or not. You can't be weak. You really want to fight for it. And there's a couple of guys who really did fight for it, and for one reason or another, they weren't getting in. But I genuinely think if you're going to make that commitment, they come to a big club. Like Newry is a massive football club. Like the facilities are one of the best in the country. The academy is massive. The fan base is massive. Like our crowds last year on Friday night in the PIL were ridiculous. Like bigger one I had at Carrick in the Premier League. When we got the European playoff in Carrick, my crowds in the PIL and Newry were bigger. That's I never lie. Like, that's me being 100% honest. So I genuinely think if you've got an opportunity, if you're a young boy and you've got an opportunity to come to Newry, why the hell would you give that up? I just, some of the boys, I couldn't get my head around that, and it annoyed me. I'm going to be honest with you, it really annoyed me. And the same thing happened in the summer. There's like thankfully there's 4 or 5 really good young lads, and one of them's in the squad today. Pierce Patterson, who has got massive potential, and they just need to keep their head down for the next couple of years, because the rewards in the Irish League now are ridiculous. Like, I wish I still played in the Irish League. I wish if I was one of the if I was one of the top players in the Irish League now, I'm not saying I was at the time, but if I got in the team of the year now in the league, which I'd done when I was a player, I'd be worth a hell of a lot of money. So the rewards for the young lads now,
the opportunities,
pay their degrees. You have a choice. You want to go and get a job, or you can be earn a really good living, and I mean a really good living now in the Irish League. So don't give that up. Not many people get that opportunity. And if my wee lad has an opportunity to go and play in 10 years' time or whatever, they go and play for a senior team, then he'll stay there and he'll give it everything. And if he's not good enough, he's not good enough. That's fair enough. But he won't be. He can always play for the local teams when he's 35 or when he's 30. And
if you have that opportunity presented to you,
exactly. Don't pass it up. And it might be hard and it might be tough, but I never got anything easy. I had to fight for everything. No, like I say, I just worked hard, and I've done reasonably well out of it. I've been involved in football for 30 years because I've got my head down and I've worked bloody hard for everything I've had, and no one handed me anything. And that disappointed me, and I can't say this. I really wanted young boys in Newry to come and play for me, and now I've got a good group of young boys here playing in the 20s, and some have kicked on, but some left too early. I think they'll regret that in the future. I
know I suppose it's hard. Newry did the same, obviously, whenever they had that financial trouble years ago. They went down to the intermediate levels in Mid-Ulster, and they took the best players from Cornbean, but that was maybe a bit of a lower level than going straight into the 3rd division. Like they had a great team, all like players plucked from the Cornbean League. Yeah,
but that group stayed together. That group stayed the whole way through the PIL. Like I know they brought in other people after that, but that group went the whole way through together. And I think the togetherness of that group got them through all that, and that means that's massive. And I'm good friends with Chris McMahon, who sort of came through them all. And they talk about that group, and even the lads who are still with the club now, like Deggy and stuff, and they still talk about that group all the time. I'm sick of looking at pictures of it, to be honest with you. I keep telling Sparky, I honestly keep telling Sparky I don't want to see it anymore. It's different now, but that was a good group, and it was all local lads, and they all fought for each other. And listen, yes, the club moves on, the club evolves. Yes, we've been able to give the best example we have now from Kilmarnock to our football club. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I done the TV for Dungannon v Carrick at the end of the season, European playoff game. Kilmarnock was just playing the pitch. 2 weeks later, I signed him. I just could not believe it.
Some signature.
Local lad. I think the situation and not driving and everything that goes with it helped me big style. I think his daddy come to our games, helped big style. He wanted to, but guy's phenomenal. Guy, generally, he's top drawer. And that's the guy I want the best Newry lads to come play with me. There's loads of others, play for other clubs that I would love to come to our football club, and I think that helps big style, and it helps bring the local community involved.
It gets the fans more engaged too, doesn't it? Have local players there that can get behind. We've got, you need to be at your daughter's Gaelic here at 12, so we'll wrap this up soon, but it's been a good convo. Thanks very much.
No bother.
One last question. I'm not trying to cause a bit of controversy here.
Here we go.
I'm not looking to clickbait. You said there in your last answers about the facilities in Newry are top class. Barry Gray was famously on Johnny's podcast.
I heard it. Listen, it's hilarious.
And he wasn't too happy with Newry's facilities. You're in there now. What do you think of him?
It's ridiculous. Listen, Barry's his own man. I actually get on alright with him. He's 100%. But I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I'll give you the best example of it, right? So we have a brand new 4G pitch, which every club in the country would love. And I mean, like,
that's brilliant. So even for like local teams, they can play in it too.
It's phenomenal. And we've got cages at the front which are done, but they're an income stream, right?
Provide
and a service too. It brings a lot of people into the football club. we have a pitch which was poor, right? Because we've got the 4G now, the pitch is like a carpet.
Because you're not using it every night.
No one's training on it, no one's using it. The pitch is unbelievable, it's massive. The ground, the facilities, our change rooms, the big gym attached to our change room. I'll give you a laugh. So I had a porter cabin as an office in Carrick. Like, the ground's going to be really good when it's done, but I had a porter cabin, and me and all my staff were in this one wee room, we porter cabin, and it was up high. Brutal when you think about it. I go to Newry, and they give me an office, and I swear to God, it's phenomenal.
You know you're living with
TVs, glass fronted office, and I can tell you a funny story about that. A glass fronted office, TVs, all our GoPros or whatever they're called, stick in your vest and stuff. And we all meet there, we have our boards and we talk about our players and our staff and who's injured, and we have our meetings. Every night we have a meeting, who's injured, who's fit, who's available, who's trained, and we talk about the opposition, and all our analysis is done by me and my staff, and we put it up on the screens and stuff. And I never had any of that, Carrick, but I have it here.
And that's Premiership, like?
Aye, and we were a PIL team, I took this gig, right? But when I went into the office, I said, on the glass, it was frosted glass, but then there was like stickers on the windows. Like, first team manager Barry Gray. It was glued, and I mean it must have been super glued. You see how long it took me to scrape that off? So like Barry will laugh at this, right? But honestly, listen, he has his own. Maybe he's just, I don't know what the facilities are at Warren Point. I've been to Warren Point, but I don't know what his facilities were at Warren Point. But I generally know. I've been in every change room, I think, in the country. I've been in every manager's office in the country where even when I was Premier League, I get home and we'll have our meetings, and even teams in South Ireland, and Newry's as good as any of them, if not better. And I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, so I'll give you I was videoing. That's how impressed I was. I go, I'm going to do this or not. And I was videoing with my close circle, the facilities, and all the people involved who were really close to me were going, jump at it.
Take it.
It's what a project. You've 5 years. You've got it's close to home, because the travel to Carrick was ridiculous. The 2 hours there. You're working 9, say, get up at 7 to go to work, at 5 o'clock leaving, going straight to Carrick, leaving Carrick, getting home after 11, not seeing my wife and kids all day. Next day up at 7 again, so didn't see them again. So it was horrible. Tough, whereas this, I can go home, have my tea, sit with my missus for an hour, go to football, come back, have a couple of hours with my missus and kids before I go to bed, and then, which is phenomenal, which is unbelievable for me. So, I couldn't believe it. And I've shown these boys the videos, and the boys are going, jump at it. If you want back in, do it, because it's a project and you can build it your own way. And it's been great.
That's good. I'm glad you're found a bit of
that's clickbait, baby. You're getting loads of that.
That's the fucking thumbnail show there. Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's good. I think that's a good way to end it, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying the gig in Newry. You definitely brought a bit of a buzz back to the city with Newry anyway. I'm looking forward to the match tonight too.
Fingers crossed. Listen, we just got to get as many results as we can, as quickly as we can, and then we'll go and give it a hell of a rattle then after that. So hopefully we do okay.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate. Top man. Thank you. Brilliant, mate.
You gonna walk home now?